We would all like to avoid disappointments in life. Who won't? But in order to avoid disappointments, it is important to understand the root of all disappointments, the underlying cause of all disappointments. According to me, the root of all disappointments in our lives is one and only one. You might think that I'm overreaching a bit with this statement. After all, look at the large variety of disappointments that one has to deal with. Disappointments in personal life, professional life, in relationships. But if you reflect upon it and think deeply upon it, you will realize that the root of all disappointments is one and only one. And that is our own expectations. Yes, our very own expectations. We attach our expectations to people, to relationships, to our colleagues, to our future. And when things don't go as per our preferences, all we get is disappointment in return. Now, I'm not saying that we are always unreasonable with our expectations. We might be fully justified and reasonable in having these expectations. But then, when these reasonable expectations are not fulfilled, the disappointment is in fact even more. Am I right? So, what is the solution here? What is the solution to avoid all disappointments in life? The answer is very simple. Have no expectations, that's it. But one might argue that this is extremely difficult and sounds good only in theory. And you might be very right in thinking this way. But one has to start somewhere, don't you agree? So here is what I think is what would be a reasonable start in managing your expectations. The same expectations that are the root of all the disappointments we face in life. Here's the start. Have no expectations from things that are not in your control. That's it. No expectations from things that are not in your control. Now, doesn't that sound very simple? In fact, come to think of it, it is unreasonable to have expectations from things that are not in your control. But yet, we do so every day. For example, we have expectations about how other people should behave or react. But this is totally their call. We have absolutely no control over how the other person is going to behave or react. We can only control our behavior. So having no expectations from things that are not in our control is the first step and a very important step towards reducing all disappointments in life. In the coming videos, we will look at more such simple techniques to deal with disappointments in life. Take care.